Welcome back to Learn English with Bible Sparkle. I'm Maya.
And I'm Jake. It's wonderful to have you with us today.
We are so excited about today's episode because we're exploring one of the most well-known prayers in all of Christianity, and arguably one of the most famous texts in the world.
That's right. Today we're diving into the Lord's Prayer from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6. This prayer is recited by millions of people every single day in hundreds of languages around the world.
And from a language learning perspective, it's absolutely golden. This short prayer, just a few sentences, is packed with beautiful vocabulary, interesting grammar, and a wonderful mix of simple and formal language.
Now, before we go any further, we want to let you know that we have so much amazing content to share with you about this prayer that we've decided to split this lesson into 2 parts.
Exactly. This is going to be a 2-video series. In part 1, today's video, we'll focus on the reading, vocabulary breakdown, and the fascinating grammar structure called the subjunctive mood.
And then in part 2, which you can find in our next video, we'll dive deeper into phrase analysis, cultural notes, pronunciation practice, and give you lots of practical activities to help you master this material.
We wanted to make sure we give you the most comprehensive, thorough lesson possible without overwhelming you all at once. So you can watch both videos back to back, or take your time with part 1 and come back to part 2 when you're ready.
Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, there's something valuable here for everyone. We'll look at everyday words like daily and bread, but also more formal, elevated language like hallowed and deliver.
Plus, we're going to explore that really interesting grammar structure called the subjunctive mood, which you'll encounter in formal writing, academic English, and legal documents.
So, grab your notebook, get comfortable, and let's learn together. Ready, Maya?
Absolutely. Let's get started with part 1. Before we read the prayer itself, let's talk about where it comes from and why it's so important.
The Lord's Prayer appears in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, verses 9 through 13. It's part of what's called the Sermon on the Mount, which is Jesus' longest recorded teaching.
In this section, Jesus is teaching his disciples, his followers, about how to pray. He tells them not to use empty, repetitive phrases, but instead to pray sincerely and simply.
And then he gives them this model prayer, a template, if you will. He says, "This is how you should pray." And then he provides these beautiful lines.
What's fascinating is that this prayer has become so central to Christian worship that it's recited in churches every single Sunday. Catholics call it the Our Father, and it's part of the Rosary prayer cycle.
But beyond its religious significance, it's just a really well-constructed piece of language. It's concise, poetic, and memorable, which is exactly what makes it perfect for language learning.
And it's been translated into virtually every language on Earth, so there's a good chance you might already know a version of it in your native language.
All right, let's hear it in English.
We'll be reading from the New International Version, or NIV, which uses modern, clear English. I'll read it first, and then Maya will read it again. Listen to the rhythm and the flow of the words. This, then, is how you should pray. Our Father, in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one.
Beautiful. Now let me read it again, and this time, pay attention to which words are stressed and where the natural pauses occur. This, then, is how you should pray. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one.
Did you hear how it has a natural rhythm? It's almost like poetry.
Exactly. That's one reason it's so memorable. The parallel structure and the repeated patterns make it easy to learn and recite.
Before we dive into vocabulary, let's talk about the structure of this prayer. Maya, what do you notice?
Well, it's clearly divided into two main sections. The first part is all about God, praising, honoring, and expressing desire for God's will.
Right. Hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done. Those are all focused outward on the divine.
And then there's a shift. Give us today our daily bread starts the second section, which is focused on human needs, food, forgiveness, protection.
So it moves from the spiritual to the practical, from heaven to earth. It's beautifully balanced.
Another thing I love is the use of parallelism. Listen to this pattern. Your kingdom come. Your will be done.
Both lines follow the same structure. Possessive pronoun plus noun plus verb. That repetition creates a sense of completeness and rhythm.
And it makes it easier to remember. Our brains love patterns.
Absolutely. Okay, let's dive into the vocabulary now.
This prayer contains some powerful and beautiful words. We've chosen 5 key terms to explore in depth. Jake, let's start with the first one.
Our first word is hallowed. H-A-L-L-O-W-E-D. This is an adjective, and it means holy, sacred, or highly respected and honored.
It's quite formal and traditional. You won't use it in everyday conversation very often, but you will encounter it in religious texts, formal ceremonies, and sometimes in historical contexts.
Let's talk about pronunciation, because this one trips people up. Even though it's spelled with 2 L's, we only pronounce it as one. It sounds like hallowed, not hollowed. Let me say it slowly. Hallowed.
Hallowed. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. Hallowed.
Good. Now, in the prayer, it says, hallowed be your name. This is a formal, poetic way of saying, may your name be treated as holy, or may your name be honored.
Let me give you some example sentences. First, the ancient cathedral is a hallowed place of worship for thousands of pilgrims.
Here's another. We visited the hallowed ground of the battlefield, where so many soldiers died.
And one more. In our family, my grandmother's recipe book is hallowed. We treat it with special respect.
You can also see this word in the phrase hallowed halls, which refers to respected institutions, especially universities. The hallowed halls of Oxford means the prestigious, respected buildings of Oxford University.
Beautiful word. Okay, let's move to our second vocabulary term.
Our second word is much simpler. Daily. D-A-I-L-Y. This is an adjective or adverb that means happening every day or done every day.
This is super useful because you'll use it all the time in everyday English. Unlike hallowed, which is formal and rare, daily is common and practical.
In the prayer, it says, "Give us today our daily bread." This means, give us the bread we need for today, or more broadly, provide our basic needs each day.
Example sentences: I try to go for a run every morning. It's part of my daily routine.
The newspaper provides daily news and updates.
Taking vitamins has become a daily habit for me.
You can also use daily as a noun, believe it or not. In British English especially, people say the dailies to refer to daily newspapers.
And in some countries, you might hear someone refer to a daily help or daily, meaning a person who comes to clean the house every day.
But most commonly, you'll use it as an adjective: daily routine, daily commute, daily exercise, daily tasks.
Our third word is forgive. Forgive. This is a verb, and it's one of the most important concepts in the entire prayer.
To forgive is to stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone who has hurt you or done something wrong. It means to pardon their mistake or wrongdoing.
In the prayer, it says, forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. Now, debts here isn't just about money, it's a metaphor for wrongs or sins.
Right. It's saying, forgive us for the wrongs we've done, just as we've forgiven those who have wronged us. It's about mutual forgiveness.
Example sentences: it's important to learn to forgive those who hurt you, even if it's difficult.
Can you forgive me for being late to our appointment? I got stuck in traffic.
She finally forgave her brother for breaking her favorite toy when they were children.
The related noun is forgiveness. He asked for my forgiveness.
And there's also the adjective forgiving, which can mean either willing to forgive or tolerant and lenient. She has a very forgiving nature.
This is such a powerful and important word in English. We use it constantly in personal relationships, apologies, and reconciliation.
Our fourth word is deliver. D-E-L-I-V-E-R. This is a verb with multiple meanings, and it's really versatile.
In the prayer, it says, "Deliver us from the evil one," or, in some versions, "Deliver us from evil." In this context, deliver means to rescue, to save, or to set free from danger.
It's a bit formal in this sense. You're more likely to see it in religious, literary, or historical texts. The hero delivered the princess from the dragon.
But deliver has other common meanings too. The most common one today is to bring or transport something to someone. Can you deliver this package to my office?
The pizza delivery guy delivers hot food to your door.
She delivered a powerful speech at the conference.
In that last example, deliver means to give or to present formally. You can deliver a speech, deliver a message, or deliver news.
And in medical contexts, deliver can mean to help a baby be born. The doctor delivered the baby at 3 a.m.
So this one word has many uses. In the prayer, remember it means to rescue or save.
Our fifth and final word is temptation. T-E-M-P-T-A-T-I-O-N. This is a noun.
Temptation is the desire to do something that you know is wrong, unwise, or not good for you. It's that pull you feel towards something you shouldn't do.
In the prayer, it says, "Lead us not into temptation," which means, don't let us be drawn into situations where we'll be tempted to do wrong.
We all experience temptation. Example, the temptation to eat the entire chocolate cake was overwhelming.
He resisted the temptation to check his phone during the meeting.
The sale at the bookstore was a great temptation. I wanted to buy everything.
The related verb is tempt. The delicious smell of cookies tempted me to break my diet.
And the adjective is tempting. That job offer is very tempting, even though it means relocating.
You'll hear this word in both serious contexts, moral temptation, resisting temptation, and lighter contexts like being tempted by food or shopping.
Now, let's dive into what might be the most interesting grammar point in this entire prayer, the subjunctive mood.
Ooh, fancy term, but don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Maya, explain what a mood is in grammar.
In grammar, mood refers to the form a verb takes to show how the speaker feels about what they're saying. Is it a fact, a command, a wish, a possibility?
Right, most of the time in English, we use the indicative mood. That's for stating facts and reality. The sky is blue. She works at a bank.
But the subjunctive mood is used to express wishes, desires, suggestions, demands, or things that are not real but are imagined or hoped for.
Let's look at our example from the prayer. The line is, "Your will be done."
Now, if we were stating a fact in the indicative mood, we would say, "Your will is done." That's present tense, third person, stating what's happening now.
But in the prayer, we're not stating a fact. We're expressing a wish or desire. We're saying, "I hope that your will be done," or "May your will be done."
Notice the verb, be done, not is done. That's the subjunctive. We use the base form of the verb even with third-person subjects.
Let me give you some more examples to make this clearer. Indicative, fact. He comes to the meeting every week. Subjunctive, wish or request. I suggest that he come to the meeting tomorrow.
See the difference? Comes versus come. In the subjunctive, we drop the S.
Here's another one. Indicative. She is careful with her money. Subjunctive. It's important that she be careful with her money.
Again, is becomes be in the subjunctive.
Now, here's the thing. The subjunctive sounds very formal and old-fashioned in English. In casual conversation, most native speakers avoid it.
Instead of saying, I insist that he be on time, we'd probably just say, I insist that he should be on time, or I insist that he's on time.
But you will still encounter the subjunctive in formal writing, legal documents, academic papers, and religious texts like this prayer.
Common phrases that trigger the subjunctive include, I suggest that, I demand that, it's important that, I recommend that, it's essential that.
Let's practice a few more. I demand that she apologize immediately, not apologizes. It's essential that you be there on time, not are. The teacher recommends that every student study for the exam, not studies.
In the Lord's Prayer, we actually see the subjunctive 3 times. Hallowed be your name. May your name be hallowed. Your kingdom come. May your kingdom come. Your will be done. May your will be done.
all three are expressing wishes or desires, so they use the subjunctive mood. Isn't that beautiful?
It really is. And now you know how to recognize and use this formal structure. Wow, we've covered so much ground already. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned in part 1.
We started by reading the Lord's Prayer from Matthew 6, and we discussed its historical context and why it's such an important text.
Then we broke down 5 essential vocabulary words: hallowed, daily, forgive, deliver, and temptation. These are words you'll use in both everyday conversation and formal contexts.
And we explored the subjunctive mood, that formal grammar structure used to express wishes and desires. Remember, your will be done, not is done.
This is a great place to pause and let all this information sink in. If you need to, go back and review the vocabulary section or practice those subjunctive examples again.
And when you're ready for more, join us in part 2, where we're going to do a deep dive into each phrase of the prayer, explore how different cultures use this prayer, practice pronunciation together, and give you fantastic activities to master this material.
You can find part 2 linked in the description below, or check out our channel for the next video in this series.
Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe so you don't miss part 2 or any of our future lessons.
Thank you so much for learning with us in part 1. We'll see you very soon in part 2.
Keep practicing and keep shining with Bible Sparkle.